In April 2003, deep inside Blue John Canyon in the state of Utah, a mountaineer who set out on an adventure alone faces the most difficult moments of his life. Aron Ralston thought he was taking an ordinary hike that day. He set out toward the canyon in the morning, entered deep inside with a sense of calm and the desire for adventure. He had not told anyone where he was going. He walked through the desert landscape confidently, unaware that the decisions he made that morning would shape the most unforgettable chapter of his life. While descending through the narrow passages of the canyon, everything seemed normal. Sunlight slipped between the rocks, and the silence of the desert accompanied him. It was a moment when he felt completely free. He looked at his camera, smiled, and recorded the moment as a memory. The canyon walls rose high around him, and every step gave him a strange mix of peace and adrenaline, exactly what he had been searching for. A few minutes later, everything changed. As Aron dropped down through a narrow gap, a large rock above came loose. A few seconds of dust, a heavy sound, and a moment filled with fear. The rock trapped his right arm against the canyon wall. Aron tried to move, pulled himself, bent, strained, but it was useless. His arm was completely stuck under the stone. He took a deep breath, tried again and again, but the rock did not move even a millime. There was no one around. The phone had no signal. He was alone in the depths of the canyon. He yelled for help, waited for an echo, but the canyon swallowed his voice. Silence became his only compass. 9. During the first day, he fought with all his strength against the rock. He struck the rock, tried to pull out his arm, even attempted to break it. But the rock did not move. As the sun set, he felt for the first time how real the danger was. The darkness of the canyon grew heavier, and the cold night wrapped around him like a warning. His mind tried to stay calm, but fear slowly Point in. When the second day began, he tried to drink water carefully. His food was limited, and his energy was decreasing every minute. He took out his camera and recorded messages for his family. His voice trembled, but he tried not to lose hope. He whispered, "If I cannot get out of here, I love you very much." The camera became his only companion, a witness to his struggle, a way to leave behind his last.
My name's Aron Ralston. My parents are Donna and Larry Ralston of Englewood, Colorado. Whoever finds this, please make an attempt to get it to them. Be sure of it. I would appreciate it.
Words. The third and fourth days became psychologically more difficult. The nights were cold, and the days unbearably hot. His body slowly weakened. His water ran out. He began to hallucinate. One day, he seemed to see his future son, a small child running toward him. For him, this vision became a motivation to live. Perhaps the hope of having a family in the future strengthened him. In the canyon, between reality and dreams, that small vision became the spark that kept high. Alive. By the time the fifth day came, Aron understood the situation. The only way out was to cut off his own arm. This decision is perhaps the hardest a person can ever make. He had no medical tools, only a cheap, dull knife. But he had no other choice. He looked at the knife for a long time, trying to prepare his mind for what was coming. He took a deep breath. He tried to gather his inner strength. After a few minutes of silence, he made the decision. With no painkillers, with no medical assistance, simply to stay alive, he began to cut his arm. This was the ultimate limit of human pain tolerance and willpower. In the depths of the desert, in a dark crevice, alone, the struggle for life continued. Every second felt like an eternity, but he kept going, because stopping me meant death. After freeing his arm, Aron stopped the bleeding, bandaged it, and began to climb out of the canyon. His body was weak, he had no water, but his spirit continued to fight. After leaving the canyon, he walked a long distance, about 10 kilometers, on foot, under the sun, with one arm, half conscious. Every step was a challenge, but every step was also hope. Finally, 3 hikers found him in the desert. They immediately called for help. A few minutes later, a helicopter appeared over the desert. Aron was at the limit of his strength, but he was alive. For the first time in days, he felt that he had truly escaped death. After he was taken to the hospital, doctors saved his life. His right arm was amputated. But this event did not destroy his desire to live. On the contrary, it made him a stronger person. A few months later, he returned to the mountains. Even with a prosthetic arm, he did not give up climbing. His willpower became a symbol of survival. ND the world. This event later became one of the world's most famous survival stories.
When I was on the brink of death, I didn't eulogize myself via my life's accomplishments. Rather, I turned to my loved ones to say thank you. The pain that I experienced and its relationships is what's important. I hope that you might remember a little bit of my story, and if one thing sticks with you, maybe aside from the urine, but about that smile.
Aron wrote a book, gave motivational speeches, and his story reached the whole world with the film 127 Hours. Millions of people were inspired by his determination, his courage, and his incredible resilience. This is not just a survival story. This is proof of how the human will can create miracles. Aron Ralston, without losing hope even in his darkest moment, showed incredible strength and reclaimed his life.